Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are looking at the Bandai Movie Monster series, Jiger, specifically the 2023 Jiger from Katakawa's Gamera Rebirth, the Netflix series, an anime that hopefully I'll have the review up for before I have this action figure review up. I really do need to put it up. I made my notes for the review like the week it came out, and then I never made it. But I did like every single one of the Kaiju designs in that show, and I was very happy to get this guy for like under 20 bucks. Really, really good. Plus, Jiger was the first foe I ever watched Ultraman fight when I was a kid. Anyway, here's the tag. So you got kind of the Gamera Rebirth image there. Very cool. All of the legal mumbo jumbo on the inside. Gamera Rebirth, etc., etc. Movie Monster series, Jiger 2023. And they got a little English translation, which these tags don't always have. That's kind of nice. You don't really need it for a lot of big mainstream monsters like Godzilla, but I mean, Jiger's had what? 2 different looks, if you don't count like the Trin Masters redesign. I reviewed the missile launching Trin Masters Jiger years ago, by the way, if you want to check that out. But I'm very happy to have this guy, and to finally have a Jiger in my collection, since that movie is the one that got me in the Gamera. I remember my mind being blown when I watched it. Anyhow, Jiger here, like many recent Movie Monster series figures, is very lacking in paint. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the unique color design they gave this guy. You got the weird Prager's belly, the pink with the blue, like the tealish kind of color. That's a good look, you know? And I'm glad they did paint the weird Prager belly. Ooh. Oh. Because you see they painted the top of the claws. That's all good. They painted the horns. It's kind of airbrushed, so you can see it kind of falls onto the skin. Sometimes that's a good effect. Like when you see it on Godzilla's spines, I think it's a good effect. Maybe it would have been a good effect on his spines if it went all the way down, but it's just the tips. It doesn't really come across that well on the face. But the teeth are a bit more individually painted, so they're not like that. And the eyes look nice. What a big cavernous mouth. Look at that huge mouth. Fit my little pinky in there. Oh my god. That thing goes back far. It's not really painted in there, but it's not really open wide enough, and the head points down, and there's all shadows cast in it, so I kind of get why it's not painted on the inside. I get that. Though I do wish that the spike at the end of the tail was painted the same teal color here. I like that it's a metallic color, at least. Could have been painted there. At the end of the day, I think the paint job on this guy is about, maybe just a little better than the one that was on our last review. The Shin Pinguila. Definitely better than the friggin' Rider Hero series, Kamen Rider Saber Dragonic Knight we reviewed a couple days ago. Or a few days ago, I don't remember when. Definitely better than that, but still it could be lacking. You could at least give us like a wash or something to kind of fill out all this blank space that's just the color of the plastic, you know? Oh well. Now on to articulation. You have bussy rotation here on the tail, and then a 360 on each hind leg. And sadly, that's what you're going to get. I know, it's not grand. I wish the front legs articulated so you could kind of lift his head up, because he's kind of just looking at the ground all the time. Thing is, though, if the head was sculpted to look up a bit more, I wouldn't even really want, or, well, I would still want it, but I wouldn't really feel like I needed the front leg articulation as much. He's just perpetually looking down. Anyhow, let's do some size comparisons. First up, I gotta compare him with a bunch of Movie Monster series figures. And first up is a Gamera. I don't have anything else from Gamera Rebirth. Yet. I want all of them. But I do have this Guardian of the Universe Gamera. This is the newer one they released from the Movie Monster series. And I think that works great. And as long as a monster, or a figure, scales well with its own line, that works for me. And it does. It looks cool. Bye-bye. Now how about Godzilla? Here he is with Godzilla -1. And I think that looks cool too. That would make a fun fight. Let's get him preggers. That's kind of Jiger's thing. He impregnates other kaiju. How about an Ultra monster from the Movie Monster series, Pinguila, who was our last review, by the way. Very cool. Gotta love it. And then an Ultra from the Movie Monster series. How about Ultraman Zafi from Shin Ultraman? That looks like it'd be a cool fight. Give Zafi a big old pregger's belly. Fetish artists, don't you dare. Cool. And then to show it with some kind of modern Ultra figures. How about the Ultra Monster series Artificial Life M1? That really doesn't even look that bad. And this is a smaller scale. This is like the Spark Doll scale. How about the Ultra Hero Series Orb, Ultraman Orb Thunder Breaster? That still looks like it could be a really cool scale. Once again, I don't know this guy's exact size or this guy's exact size off the top of my head or anything, but that looks like it would still be a really cool fight. You know, Ultra Monsters come in a variety of sizes, so that could work. I think the fact that he's on all fours really makes it, really gives him some wiggle room with sizing. Because we're going to do one more Ultraman figure, and this one's kind of in between the Movie Monster series and Ultra Hero series scaling. This one is the Ultra Action figure Ultraman Zero Beyond from Jiger, and that looks good too. And this guy's kind of figure art size, you know? I don't have an Ultraman figure art here right now. They're all in storage, or the one I have next to me here in my review pile is unopened. We'll get to him. But yeah, looks good. I can see that fight happening. Very cool. So, what are my final thoughts on the Bandai Japan Movie Monster Series Gamera Rebirth 2023 Jiger? He's cool. I love the sculpt for the most part. Kind of past the front legs and head here. I wish he was just looking up better, or at least articulated so that he could. I feel like he needs just maybe 1 or 2 more points of articulation. The Kaiju, I feel like, should have more than the humanoid figures, like Johnbot here, who just has the 3 points, you know? The Kaiju should have more, because it got more extremities and whatnot. I don't know. I do wish he had at least 1 more nice point. But I feel like he really needs 2. And I said the same thing for Pinguila. I was like, he just needs 1 more point to feel complete. But Pinguila is a bit more humanoid, and this guy really needs 2 points to feel complete. I feel like, or at least move the articulation of the back legs to the front legs and have the back legs be unarticulated. That might be better. You know? I don't know. He definitely needs more paint. But I love his size. I think being 4-legged just helps him work better with a lot of different scalings. And the sculpt itself is really good. It just needs more paint on it. But it's a really good sculpt. This is definitely a mid-Movie Monster series figure. I mean, the paint, I think, is better than -1's, but only just barely. And maybe Pinguila's, maybe it's about that level. I don't know, but the paint on the Gamera was much better. The Gamera we showed you a second ago in the size comparisons. Much better paint on that guy. Huh. And then the Movie Monster series Kamen Riders that I reviewed recently both had great paint, so I don't know why they couldn't do that with this guy. Anyway, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. If you have a kid that likes Gamera, they'll like this figure. Once again, I think I got him for under 20. It was like 12 or 18 bucks, something like that. I don't know. I bought a whole bunch of stuff at the same time, and now I've reviewed all the Movie Monster series stuff I just bought, which is good. I actually reviewed these much faster than I normally do after a haul video. Oftentimes I just sit on them, but I really went straight for them. Yeah, but I still got more to review, including lots of monsters, both big and small. So that's it. Thank you once again for your support, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now, Father.